let's get into a real touchy subject. We're going to touch on the Roe v. Wade legislation and what's going on with the laws that they might be trying to either repeal, revise, or downgrade from the Supreme Court to a state-to-state level. My name is D-Rail. This is Rail's Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, share, and click anything that's in the description box that could help the channel grow. Most of it's going to be free. Most of it's going to be affiliate links. Most of it's going to be stuff that will help me as a business and Rails Rants Reloaded as a business get to upgrade equipment and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Apparently everybody is up in a rage, especially women, about this Roe v. Wade. I guess it was like a pre-written document that they might be trying to submit to whoever they need to submit it to either change Roe v. Wade, overturn it, revise it, or downgrade it from the Supreme Court level to maybe a state type level. And if you don't know what Roe v. Wade is, let's just read what it is. So technically, Roe v. Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the courts ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restrictions. Now, with that being said, this is a real touchy subject. And you have things that are right, things that are wrong, things that are wrong, things that are right, things that are right that could be a little bit wrong, depending on how you perceive certain things. Should a woman have the right to have an abortion? A lot of things are left out. Let's play devil's advocate. Should a woman have the right to have an abortion? Should the choice be hers and hers alone? Should the government add on their 2 cents? Why doesn't the father of the child have any input on these things? It's a whole broad spectrum of things. And a lot of these politicians, people like Elizabeth Warren, getting on TV, acting so irate, this, that, and the third, because if Roe v. Wade kind of gets overturned or downgraded to a state level where it would be up to the states themselves to make their own rules on how abortions can go forward, because it's on a federal level, which means it's over the whole United States. If it goes from a federal level into a state level with everyone in different states, you can have a lot of states that might be Republican, super Catholic, super Christian, that don't believe in certain things, and that could vary from state to state. And you will see a lot of these red states that are conservative, meaning conserving old ways and old values of how they think on things. They might shut down women being able to get abortions. Now, what if a woman is raped and she doesn't want a random criminal's baby in her? Should she have the choice to abort the baby, keep the baby? But with this being said, we could have laws that make it a crime to abort a child. And it's like, I get it. It should be a woman's right to choose what goes on in her body. But at the same time, what goes in her body does not come from her body. And like I said, it's a tricky situation. I'm not a politician. I'm not a person in a position to say what's right or what's wrong. I could just give my opinion. And I'm a highly opinionated person, but this is a shaky, real shaky subject. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as my man Rock from Passport Kings would say, if you don't vote, you should shut the fuck up, because these are the things that happen if you don't vote. And you have people voting presidents in that are putting these people in these seats to make these laws, these judges, these Supreme Court judges. And I would say all those white women that don't agree with this, that voted for Trump, you're part of the problem. Because when Barack Obama was in his last couple of months in office and they were trying to get a certain Supreme Court justice to the Supreme Court, Trump and his cabinet or his, people on his side, they blocked it and said, we don't want that. We got to do this when Trump gets in office. See, things come around 360 degrees. There has to be balance. And a lot of the times it's not balance. And it goes back to the question, should Supreme Court justices have a term limit to be in that position? Because remember, when you're a Supreme Court justice or in the Supreme Court or a judge in the Supreme Court, that's a job for life, like NWO. It's for life. So most of these people that, if you're a Republican, you want certain people that think a certain way, that sway a certain way when it comes to certain laws and just ways of life. You want those people in those seats. So when legislation comes up and things can't be settled in a civilized manner and they got to bring it to the Supreme Court, it's supposed to be the highest court of the land, you'll have the Republicans want more Supreme Court justices that represent the Republican Party, just like the Democrats. One is not right and the other one's not right either, but it's no balance. So things like this happen. And then since we're going almost 40 something years, almost 50 years, going all the way back to Roe V Wade, should a woman have the right to do what she wants with her body? Very touchy subject. Usually I got a fucking thing to say about everything, but this is real touchy. But at the same time, I do have a few things that I don't like. I don't like the memes or the pictures that I see where it says men should not be able to pass legislation on what a woman does with her body. I'm calling bullshit on that. Let's just call it what it really is. There are white men that are in positions to tell women what they should or should not do with their body, not men. Don't make it and this is why I really hate this gender shit, because it goes from male to female, empowerment, disempowerment, but we never really go into the whole subject of the shit. When you look at black people in a whole, it's always, I'm an independent black woman. Ain't no man gonna tell me what I can and can't do. I'm independent. Independent from who? There's not a lot of black CEOs. There's not a lot of black people in positions of power that are able to hire nor fire. So let's just bring it in a little bit and break it down to who it really is. It's a whole bunch of privileged Harvard, Princeton, Yale, and other great colleges, white men that are in positions of power. Then you'll have your Elizabeth Warrens and your Hillary Clintons here and there, and the Spanish chick from New York that get in. But the majority of this stuff is white, privileged men that run politics. You'll have your little Cory Bookers and your one Democrat guy over here and your token black Republican over there who's a coon, and the black dude that's on the Democratic Party that he keeps it in line, but he stays on code with keeps it between party lines. But let's be honest, on both sides, the majority of people that are passing legislation and making laws are old, conservative white men. It don't matter if they're Republican or Democrat. Only difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is really party lines, because both of them have little nasty things to say when you question them and they don't want to answer the question. Let's keep it funky, but that's for another video. But that, like I said, when that post, that it's always a post that a man shouldn't tell a woman what to do with her body. At the end of the day, it's a white man that's telling a woman what to do with her body, with her black body, her white body, Hispanic body, Asian body. Let's just throw that out there and put that out there, and stop acting like, let's not make it a gender thing. Because at the end of the day, these are the people that you have and that y'all voted for to nominate people and put them in these Supreme Court seats. So now that it's something that you don't agree with, now we want to play the gender role. You voted for these people. Y'all voted for Donald Trump. Obama tried to get in whoever he tried to get in after, I think, Justice Scalia had passed or something. I think it was Justice Scalia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these are the people that y'all put in office because you wanted the swamp drained. You wanted to make America great again. This is the repercussions of making America great again. When you got these daggone Supreme Court justices in, that a lot of their nominations were based off of this same court case, Roe versus Wade. And a lot of these, when they're getting vetted and they go, I guess, amongst the Senate committee, they get questioned. These people want to see what their opinion is on this Roe versus Wade thing, because it's always been in the balance that this thing is going to get changed. And what makes it dangerous is when you got states like Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, mostly red, redneck, racist, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, the Confederate states, mostly Republicans. They want that old school values, those old school ways. And if you take it from the federal level and put it back on the state level, where the state legislation gets to make the rules on what's right, what's wrong, now y'all scared. But again, it goes back to everything. Nobody is ever on the same page in America. Meaning, if there's an issue with the Jews get upset. If there's an issue with women get upset. If there's an issue with police get upset. Nobody is an ally of anybody. Everyone has their own self-interest on their mind. So if it doesn't benefit them, they don't care about it. It goes from the Jews, the LGBT community, then wherever got the numbers, they want you to join in. That's why they separated black people so much. They'll get the black women to join the feminist movement. They'll get the black gay people to join the LGBTQ community. Thin out the herd. We'll take the numbers, but at the same time, when something happens to a black person, these same communities, they turn their back. But God forbid you kill a gay person, that's a hate crime. But just like the video before that I made about the guy running up on stage and attacking Dave Chappelle, is that not a hate crime? See, it's only when people, if it's not in their best interest, they don't care. That's why we'll never get ahead in this world and everybody on the same page. Because if you had a coalition of midgets and you did something to them, they would only care about what goes on with the midgets. But the same people that march with the midgets, if something happened to them, say it was black folks, it's not our problem. So, to wrap it up, this Roe V Wade thing, it's real difficult, it's real delicate. Instead of getting it, it might need to be revised, but then who's to say that the people that are doing the revisions will make things equal? Also, those same people that have a problem with Roe v. Wade, it's funny, y'all don't have a problem with child support. And all the men that's out here paying for babies that's not theirs, paying for babies that they didn't have a say-so whether the baby was born or not born. You got men out here that signed a birth certificate under the ruse of thinking that they are the father of the child, and then blood tests and DNA samples have came back and they have no lineage to that child, and still are forced by the courts to pay child support. You're not in the uproar about that. Not saying one is better than the other or one is worse than the other, but again, to bring it back full circle, people are only interested in what affects them. Rails, Rants Reloaded. This is D-Rail. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you can, like, subscribe, share. Next episode, we are going to be talking about black men traveling and the heat that is coming online with a whole bunch of black men that are traveling to countries in the Caribbean, South America, and the little sub-trending culture and topics that's going on at that moment or at this moment. Rose Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.